Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Have I got a unique treat for you guys this time around? I'm always asking you where you think I should go to build a homemade MRE, and I cannot tell you how many of you have responded telling me to go to Buc-ee's. Well, the problem is I don't have Buc-ee's anywhere around me, and the nearest one is 6 hours in any direction. But this is where having good friends really pays off. My longtime friend, Mr. Fish, you guys may remember him from some of my camping videos, contacted me and said, I have a Buc-ee's nearby. What if I go there and I pick out the things to make a homemade MRE and send them to you? I thought that was a great idea. Everything about this is going to be a surprise to me. So over the weekend, Mr. Fish and his girlfriend went to Buc-ee's, picked up a bunch of stuff, and sent it to me. I have no idea what's in here, but we're going to see just how well Mr. Fish has paid attention to the rules and what kind of choices he made for my homemade MRE from Buc-ee's. So real quick, let's go over the rules and see how well Mr. Fish followed them. Rule number 1, everything in here must be able to be eaten straight out of the packet. It doesn't mean that's how we're going to eat it, it just means it needs to be able to. Rule number 2, everything in here has to have at least a 1-year shelf life from the time it's purchased. And rule number 3 is the menu. We're going to need an entree, we're going to need a side, we're going to need a walking around snack, a dessert, and a beverage. And who knows what other extras Mr. Fish has thrown in this bag. Here's Mr. Fish telling you all about it.
Hey, it's me, Mr. Fish. Since Dad Budget Adventures doesn't have a Buc-ee's nearby, and I do, I thought I would step in and make what I would think would be a great MRE. It was sent to him, and he has no idea what's in it, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
So without any further ado, I am chomping at the bit to see what's in this bag. Here it is, Mr. Fish's Dad Budget Adventures Homemade MRE from Buc-ee's. And of course, it's in a Buc-ee's bag. I love that this bag seals all the way up. I have not been able to see what's in here. There was no accidental peeking or anything. This thing came completely sealed up. So let's see what we got. So as I get into this, we're not going in any particular order because I have no idea what's in the bag. I'm going to reach in blind and pull the items out one at a time and see what we've got, just to keep things interesting. All right, so some of the items in the bag are not things for MREs because I did ask him to pick up something specifically for me and the wife. We have beaver nuggets. All right, y'all, we're done here. Time for beaver nuggets. Wait. Oh yeah, I got a video to shoot. All right, one more. All right, so with that out of the way, let's see what else is in here. We also have a bag of cinnamon beaver nuggets. All right, so the rest of this stuff should be MRE stuff. What is this? All right, so we have Buc-ee's Cherry Maple Beef Jerky. Beef jerky, always a great choice. The cherry maple sounds absolutely delicious. We'll try this in a few minutes. And it has an expiration date of June of next year. So what's next? Let's reach in. I don't know what this is. There's a loose plastic bag of something. This seems a little sketchy. What'd you do, Mr. Fish? Oh, more beaver nuggets. Apparently, we got free samples.
Buc-ee, not on the grass. I'm gonna need a bigger bag.
The next item is Townhouse crackers. I'm guessing these are individually sleeved, so we would be able to take a sleeve of these and put them in our kit. And these have an expiration date of January of 25, so that's a little less than a year, but we're not gonna hold it against him. He did good. All right, what's next? I feel like I'm gonna reach in here and something's gonna grab a hold of me and pull me in. What do we got here? Our next item is a Buc-ee's chocolate bar. Dark chocolate with almonds. I've always said it's hard to beat chocolate in your MREs. This one has an expiration date of September of 2025, so we are good on expiration dates. And I have not had the Buc-ee's store brand chocolate, so I'm anxious to try that. So continuing down this bizarre little path, let's see what's next. Okay, so there's a bottle of something in here. What do we got? Mr. Fish has sent us a strawberry kiwi electrolyte beverage from a company called Electrolit. Not familiar with them, but this thing has an expiration date of 2027. Got a good long shelf life on this. A lot of y'all keep pointing out that these meals should have an electrolyte beverage, especially in hot weather, so there we are. What else is in here? Next up, we have Buc-ee's dark chocolate espresso beans. Now there's a treat for you. You get the benefit of chocolate and the benefit of coffee right there in your candy. This one's got an expiration date of May of next year, so we are good to go on that. All right, what else is in here? There's a couple of things bumping around in here. Next we have, there's some Buc-ee's Chow Chow. Pretty sure that's probably just an extra little gift, unless you just want to eat a jar of Chow Chow while you're out on your adventures. And the last item in here is, it's a can of Star-Kissed tuna. It's not a pouch, it's not a tuna pouch. We got some Star-Kissed tuna. Our tuna has an expiration date of January of 2027, so we are solid on that. So this tuna with those crackers, I think we'll have something good. Let me take a break for just a minute. Let me repackage this so it's more like an MRE, and we'll be right back. There, that looks a little more like an MRE. I think we're gonna have a few extra crackers though. All right, since I don't have a P38 can opener handy, I'm going to use this old school pocket knife, and we're gonna get this can of tuna open so we can have lunch. That was a lot of work. It's been a long time since I've had to open a can like that. Some good looking tuna in there. For those of y'all fans of tuna pouches in your MREs, there you go. Let's give this a shot. This is your Star-Kissed Chunk Light Tuna in water. Good source of protein, good source of sodium, good source of all the nutrients that you need. Bottoms up. Tuna's good, but just by itself, it's a little plain. With something like this, you're gonna wanna pack something like a little pack of mayo or something like that. You know what's even better though? I like mustard in mine. And I just happen to have this little pack of Asian hot mustard sauce. So we're gonna add that in there, and we're gonna give our tuna a little kick. And to go with that, let's grab these crackers. Love some Townhouse crackers. Those are always good. Let's get a little bit of our spicy mustard tuna salad that we made. Throw that on this cracker. Down the hatch. Whew. That'll clear your sinuses out. Let's get a little more of that. Oh yeah. Before we go any further, let's go ahead and cleanse the palate a little bit, and we'll try this electrolyte beverage. This has a couple of servings in it, but having too much fluid is rarely ever a problem. It smells like a kid's drink. I mean, it's strawberry kiwi flavored, so you're gonna get that. All right, let's give that a taste. That's a very unusual flavor. You can tell it's heavy in electrolytes. It's got that very kind of medicinal feel to it. And it's not even a taste thing so much as the way it hits your tongue. I don't want to say it's thick, but it has a thick feel to it. It's a decent flavor. It's not bad at all. But if you're not used to drinking electrolyte drinks, this one might hit you a little wrong. This is one of those things I feel like it would be great if you're very thirsty and you're trying to get your electrolytes in you. But just as a casual drink, I don't know that I would choose that. I think I would go for something like Gatorade or something like that before I would choose this as my primary beverage. So let's try this Buc-ee store brand cherry maple beef jerky. This is a 4-serving package, so this is the walking around snack for days. I imagine this one's gonna have a rather strong odor as soon as I pop this bag open. Here we go. I smell onion more than I smell cherry and maple. That's a strong smell. It smells good. It's really strong and very oniony. Some good sized chunks there, very red colored meat. I don't know if this is marinated with cherry juice or if this is artificial, but that is very red. But it smells really good. All right, let's get a bite of this. This has a great flavor. One thing I can say though is that the Buc-ee's brand has a lot more chew to it than your typical national brands of jerky. It's not stringy or anything, it's just not quite as tender as the national brands. And that may be because maybe they don't use as much tenderizers and artificial stuff in it. Can't tell you, but that's not bad stuff. But a few bites of this is all you're gonna be able to do because your jaw is gonna get tired. It's really tasty though. It's also very sticky. A lot of sugar in that. If you're trying to watch your sugar, that one's probably not gonna be for you. All right, let's wash that one down. Let's give these dark chocolate espresso beans a try. While I'm getting these open, this is a good time to tell you, don't forget to click that like button. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you can get made aware of all upcoming videos. If you're enjoying this content, please leave a comment down below and tell me about it. Also, if you can think of a place that I haven't been to before, leave me a comment and tell me about it. I may not have it in my area, but I do travel a lot, and if I come across one in my travels, I will stop by. All right, so let's try the Buc-ee's dark chocolate espresso beans. Woo! Woo-wee. That's a rich chocolate and coffee smell. They look good. They're not melted or globbed up or anything like that. All right, so let's give these a test. Very good, very rich flavor. If you've never had chocolate covered espresso beans, they will throw you the first time you eat them because it is an espresso bean inside that chocolate. They're very crunchy, they're very hard, and you're essentially just chewing up a coffee bean, which also means that all the caffeine and everything else that goes along with coffee is in that candy. So don't overdo that. Those are good. Let me get one of these crackers so we can cleanse the palate a little bit before we move on to the last item. And last but not least, we have the Buc-ee bar, dark chocolate with almonds. Let's see what the beaver is bringing us. It's got a little picture of the beaver on each little chunk. Smells very dark and rich, much like the espresso beans did. I feel like it's probably the same chocolate. All right, let's give that a taste. That's a good combination. Dark chocolate and almonds, those two really work well together. That is something, though, that you want to have a drink handy when you're eating that. All right, so what do you think, everybody? Did Mr. Fish do a good job on this MRE or what? Thank you so much to Mr. Fish. And by the way, here's his YouTube. Go over and check him out. Subscribe to his channel because he puts up some great stuff. And if you really want a treat, go check him out on Instagram. He is an amazing nature photographer and he puts up some absolutely stunning pictures. And while you're on Instagram, if you haven't already, be sure and find the Dad Budget Adventures Instagram and follow me there. You'll find content there you're not going to find anywhere else. I also use that to make announcements about places where I might be popping up. I've got a few things coming up, so if you want to come meet me, there's some information there on where to do that. I will be on a road trip to Texas next month, and during that trip, I'm going to be stopping off at Buc-ee's. While I'm there, I might just stop and see if I can do an MRE of my own. And then we can put them head to head against this one that Mr. Fish brought us. If that sounds like something you'd like to see, tell me about it in the comments below. But that's a wrap for this one. Thanks again, Mr. Fish. Very much appreciated. And until the next one, prepare for the world that you live in, not the one you wish existed. And we'll see you around.
Awesome.
Thank you. I need a sticker.
Okay, I got you.